Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We all know that the Surah Al-Alaq is the first surah in the Revelation. Its order in the Quran is 96. First, the Prophet ﷺ has received 5 verses. Later, he received 14 verses. The number of words in the first 5 verses is 19. When we add the 4 words of Al-Basmalah, we obtain a total of 23 words. The 14 verses are composed of 53 words. 23 and 53 are prime numbers. In the list of prime numbers, 23 is the prime number 9, and 53 is the prime number 16. When we do the translation of the number of verses revealed first but over the number of verses revealed later, we obtain the number 23. Also, when we do the translation of the order of number 23 in the prime list over the order of the number 53 in the prime numbers list, we obtain also the number 23. The total number of words in Surah Al-Alaq is 76 when we include the Basmalah, or 19 times 4. The number of letters in the surah is 304, or 19 times 16. The first thing that needs to be mentioned here is that the sum of the prime numbers from 23 to 53, the number of words in the Basmalah plus the 5 verses and the number of words in the 14 verses revealed later, is also equal to 304, which is equal to the number of letters in the whole surah. But before we continue, let's recall the following facts. We all know now that the number of pairs of chromosomes in human is 23. 23, as we said earlier, it's a prime number. It's not a prime number, it's composed by prime digits. It's the same thing with the number 53. It's a prime number composed by prime digits 5 and 3. The second fact that we need to recall is about the 23rd prime number, which is the number 83. When we do the sum of the prime numbers from the first prime number to the 23rd prime number, we find it equal to 19 times 46, or 19 times the number of chromosomes in human. Moreover, to write the numbers from 1 to 46, the number of chromosomes in human, we need exactly 83 digits. Now, let's start by presenting few observations about the numbers 23 and 53. When we write the sequence of numbers from 23 to 53, when we start from the left, we see that it starts with the 2 and ends with the 3. Now let's talk about the distance between the number 23 and 53. From the prime number 23 to the prime number 53, we have exactly 31 numbers. 31 is a prime number. It's actually the prime number 11. What is important to notice here is that when we add the prime numbers from 23 to 31, the distance, we will find it equal to 83, which is the 23rd prime number. The same thing we observe here with its order in the prime list. When we add the prime numbers from 11 to 23, we will find it equal to 83. Also, it's the 23rd prime number. Now, let's add the two prime numbers 23 and 53. The total is 76. And the distance between the two numbers is 31. And here we can see that Surah 76 has 31 verses and it's called the Human. Another important thing to notice here is from the distance 31, or the number of verses in the surah, to the number of the surah in the Quran 76, we find that the distance between these two numbers is 46, which is the number of chromosomes in human. Now let's talk about the number that is in the center of the sequence of numbers between 23 and 53. This number is the number 38, or 19 times 2. As you see here, it's the opposite in writing of the 23rd prime number, 83. Moreover, the distance between 38 and the number 83 is also equal to the number of chromosomes in human. Therefore, we have two prime numbers that they have as a center the number 38, and the distance between these two numbers is 31. So let's consider both numbers together, 31 and 38. From 31, when we add the sequence of numbers to 38, we will find it equal to the sequence of numbers from 1 to 23, the number of pair of chromosomes in human. Now, let's do the translation of the number 23 over the number 53. What we find is exactly the 83rd, the 23rd prime number, which is 83. Here we notice that from 23 to 53, it's 31 numbers, and from 53 to 83, 31 numbers, and from 23 to the 23rd prime number, it has 61 numbers. And all what you see here are prime numbers. Now, let's consider the composite numbers between 23 and 83. Here, this is an amazing thing. Between 23 and 53, we have exactly 23 composite numbers. And between 53 and 83, we also have 23 composite numbers. In other words, from the 23 to the 23rd prime number, we have exactly 46 composite numbers. Let's consider now the composite numbers between the number 23 and 53. It's a list of 23 prime numbers, 23 composite numbers. When we add this list of 23 composite numbers, we will find it exactly equal to 19 times the number of chromosomes in human. It's the same thing when we add the list of prime numbers from the first number to the 23rd prime number. It's also equal to the 19 times the number of chromosomes in human. In other words, we have the sum of a sequence of 23 successive prime numbers equal to the sum of a sequence of 23 successive composite numbers, which is equal to 19 times the number of human chromosomes. Now let's consider the digits in the prime numbers from 23 to 53. When we add all these digits together, we will find it equal to 61. So we have 16 digits, the total is 61. As we see here, 16 is the opposite in writing of the number 61. And the distance between 16 to 61 is equal to 46, which is the number of chromosomes in human. Now let's consider the sum of the absolute values of the differences of the digits composing each prime number in the sequence. We will find it also equal to 23. For example, when we have for the number 23, 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. The absolute value is 1. 2 minus 9, the absolute value is 7. So when we add all the numbers together, we'll find it equal to 23. Now let's add the digits in the number 23 and 53. The total will be equal to 13. 13 is the opposite in writing of the number 31. 13 and 31 are prime numbers. So we have two prime numbers, 23 and 53, composed of prime digits, all prime digits. The total is equal to 13, and the distance between the two numbers is 31, is also prime numbers. These two prime numbers are separated from one to the other, from the other by 19 numbers. 19 is also a prime number. Let's talk about the number 13. When we write the numbers from 1 to 13, we find the index of 3 is 17. When we add 13 to its indexes, we will find it equal to 46, which is the number of chromosomes in human. Moreover, when we write the sequence of prime numbers from 2 to 23 and we add all the digits present in this sequence, we will find it equal to the number of chromosomes in human, of course. But when we add the digits in the prime numbers from 2 to 13, we will find it equal to 23, and the remaining prime numbers, when we add the digits, is also equal to 23. We know now that the number of letters in Surah Al-Alaq is 304, 19 times 16. So let's do the same thing with the number 16. In order to write the list of numbers from 1 to 16, the 6 will be, of this 16 will be the 23rd digit. We notice also that the 16th prime number is 53, which is equal to the number of words in the 14 verses revealed later. When we add the 16 to 53, we will find it equal to 69, which is equal to 3 times the number of pairs of chromosomes. Also, we can notice that the sum of the 16 with its 2 digits is equal to 61, the prime number that we found earlier. So 16 to 61, we have 23 plus 23 numbers. And from 61 to the 23rd prime number, we have exactly 23 numbers. Now, let's do the same thing with the number 23. How many digits we need to write from 1 to 23? We need exactly to write 37 digits. What is amazing here is when we add the 23 to its digits 36 and 37, which is also a prime number, we will find it equal to the number 96, which is the number of Surah Al-Alaq. What is also important to notice is that the word al-insan, as it's written in the Quran without the alif, the geometrical value is equal to 192, which is equal to 96, twice the number 96. In other words, this sum, 192, is equal to twice the sum of the 23rd plus its 2 indexes, the 36 and the 37. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it's helpful, and please provide